I'm prompted to do this video tonight because of the events over Sunday and today. The Fox News Sunday program where they were Bill Kristol, the neocon think man, pundit, all-around guy, was talking about, well, Bush might want to start a war with Iran if he thought it was convenient. If Obama was going to get in and, the chances of war were reduced, God, it would be awful. And so maybe he would just start a war as he was closing the door on the White House, and packing up and stuff. Well, and then Free Press had another video on the Emmy Award given to Mike Wallace and the Ahmadinejad interview. But I did some more research, and there's in fact a bill in Congress right now. You might want to call your congressman. There's a bill in the House. It's number 362. It's House Concurrent Resolution 362, and it's kind of long. Well, it's got all these whereas clauses. Whereas Iran is this, wherein Iran is that, wherein Iran has done X, wherein Iran has done Y, whereas Iran, and then you get to the very bottom, and so Iran has done all this horrible stuff that we don't like. And then you get to the resolved part of the bill. And let's see, here it's kind of funny how they word this. Very, very end. The whereas, get this kind of whereas strange clause here. It says, whereas nothing in this resolution shall be construed as an authorization of force against Iran. It's almost like a disclaimer. It said, don't worry, people. Even though this sounds like a declaration of war, it isn't. Oh, God, I'm laughing. Sorry. Listen, I had this reflexive laugh. I'm sorry. And it says there are resolved. How many resolved clauses? There are only 4 resolved clauses. So you get through all these whereas clauses, and you get down to the bottom, you get to the meat. So what are they going to do about it? And it says here, 1, declares that preventing Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons capability through all appropriate economic, political, and diplomatic means is vital to the national security interests of the United States and must be dealt with urgency. Now, you could even argue whether the national security interests of the United States are really involved here, because as far as we know, Iran does not have an intercontinental ballistic missile capable of delivering a nuclear warhead. But, hey, we could debate about that later. Maybe debate about it in Congress. Maybe the mass media, the mainstream media might wake up and say, hey, I think they're talking about war here. And then the clause 2 is about the banks and the money, and we got to control the money coming in and out of Iran, and we got to say naughty Iran, and da-da-da-da-da. Now, and then there are clause 3 and 4 of the resolved. Okay, that's where it gets a little bit more sticky. Talks about pressure. It talks about prohibiting the export to Iran of refined petroleum products, imposing stringent inspection requirements on all persons, vehicles, ships, planes, trains, cargo entering or departing Iran. So that's an embargo? And then they were talking, is that a naval embargo? Is that a naval and a land embargo? Are we going to surround Iran? I don't understand. Just clause 3 is a little bit confusing, and it's a little bit broad and sweeping. So we're supposed to police the entire, and you see the maps I got of Iran. It's a big country, man. Big country. It's a lot of territory, a lot of ports, a lot of places to go in and out of. I don't know what the heck they're thinking of. Okay, that's clause 3. And I wish someone could explain clause 3 to me a little bit more. And it says, urges the president to lead a sustained, serious, and forceful effort at regional diplomacy. Yeah, right. We really care about diplomacy. Oh, God, we've never cared about diplomacy, not under the Bush administration. Oh, and we're worried. Look at this. We're worried about Iran's efforts at hegemony. Naughty, naughty Iran for hegemony. Because, of course, we don't do hegemony, do we? No, we don't do it in Central America. We don't do it in South America. We don't do it in Africa. Oh, we don't even do it in Europe. Hegemony? Heck no. Well, we're not into hegemony. We just mind our own little selves here on the North American continent. And what else? Oh, this is clause 4 of this resolution. No hegemony, Iran. You hear that? No hegemony. And to make it clear to the government of Iran, the United States will protect its vital national security interests in the Middle East. You know what that translates as? We're going to protect Israel, and we want that damn oil. We're going to have that damn oil. You got that? Okay, that's House Resolution. You might want to call Congress. You know their number is 202-224-3121. And see, ask them, are we declaring war against Iran? I don't know. It's a interesting question. Whether we're that'll be war number 3 now. So we've got Afghanistan, Iraq. Those are the first 2 wars we've screwed up royally. Congress has screwed them up too. Helped Bush screwed them up. And now we're talking about war number 3? Cool, eh? Wars are us. Wars are us.